Howdy. Alright, well, I promised y'all a test video, and I guess here I is doing a stupid shit, so might as well have some fun and shoot shit with you for a second. So, any Hoosiers, you know, I hinted a ways back, you know, I've been working on figuring out, you know, wet mill powder and how to work things out, and I got some treats for you here. So, without much further ado, let me move here, because this is not loaded at the moment. I'm going to work on that in just a second. First, I wanted to show off what I'm testing out here for you. First and foremost, I have Osage Orange 100% compress carbon fast black powder. And then I also have black spalted alder, or spalted black alder, 100% carbon compressed fast black powder. Now these are to be tested against something that has been pissing off the black powder community for the longest fucking time. I says this myself because I already seen it. Mixed black powder. This is balsa, red cedar, Osage Orange, and black spalted alder black powder. This is just as powerful as what y'all are used to seeing me shoot, which is my favorite, my 50-50 Osage balsa fast black powder. Now, the reason why I'm doing all of this is to showcase for you, because I've already tested this for myself, to be able to understand what it is I'm talking about before I even do my opener on the video. So I decided to get out here and show it to y'all so that you can see what I see and understand for yourselves what I understand as fundamental. And that is that no matter what you do as far as carbon sources are concerned, in the grand scheme of shit, properly volumetrically measuring and getting your carbon sources and your potassium nitrate levels correct, so that the potassium nitrate consumes all of the carbon and all of the sulfur, is the more important level here. This is why I measure volumetrically, not by weight. It's very important to do it when you mix it together. It's volumetric, not mixing by weight. Because what you may think you have an understanding of, but what you don't understand is that regardless of how much of the chemical itself is there to mix in, what is actually mixed in the end is all that the other two chemicals that are there can contain. This is the important reason why we do volumetrics. Because volumetrics don't give a shit about your specific gravity this or your weight of that particular, because in the grand scheme of shit, it's all consumed in the burn anyways. To showcase this, I have for you today, I'm going to do a real quick show that I'm clean and clear here, just in case nobody's going, but dude, you never showed us that your gun was empty. It's empty, okay? Full on empty. Went down to the very end of the barrel. Do it again in front of the Chevy so y'all can undersee. Empty, okay? If it was up here, I'd be worried, but it's not. All right, now that we've squared that away, I've already primed the primer pocket, but I have not put any powder in this. I have not put a ball in this. And if any of y'all know about the Hawken design, you know that you do need to actually prime the powder pocket, the primer pocket on it. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and load that up. Now here, y'all know what type of ammunition I normally shoot. That would be my 4.98 round bolt, if I can get my hand down there at the bottom of my pack. Because let's be clear, when I pack up my bags for going to the range or whatnot, everything is packed so that if I have to walk my happy ass out of here, it ain't gonna kill my back. So all of my ammo is down at the bottom of the pack. Oh, which makes for a royal son of a bitch when you're out here shooting. All right, so 50 caliber, 4.90, 4.98 round ball. Okay. And I'm going to take a few shots with this. One with each different powder source so that you can understand what I'm going through here. So let me go ahead and rig that up real quick and I'll be right back with you. All right, so right quick before I get this loaded up, I wanted to also go ahead and put some framework to you real quick. The specific load that I'm using today is, let's see here, 80 grains, which 80 grains of my powder is like 71 grains of, I don't know, like any of the in-store bought type powders, just because of the difference in weight. But for our first shoot, we are going to utilize my black spalded alder. All right, there's that black spalded alder. Uncork that beautiful little bottle of joy. All right, here we go. So as y'all can kind of see that, I mean, I could do it a hell of a lot better if I'm not having to show it off to the camera. But again, y'all would probably sit there and says, "Oh, but he's not really doing it. He's loading it with something else." It's the only goddamn powder I got. Anywho, tap that down and in. Juggle and pack. Ooh, I got some surplus. I'm gonna have to open that back up. All right, so I don't end up messing up my ratio on my other powders. Just gonna do it right back into the old other source there for my excess. Fill it to the brim there. A little tippy tap, you can see it's right across the top there. Again, surplus goes into the container there. All right, and put that away. All right, now rifle, which I just previously fired about, like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, so shouldn't be anything exciting, but if there is, you know why. I don't think that spooled it. Nope, it did. Okay, so that's all 80 grains of the powder. Now I'm going to take one 490 ball and some t-shirt ticking. Basically just cut off old freaking ratty ass white t-shirt I got. Seat the ball. I'm going to use my little scissors here. Oh, come on. It cannot be that difficult. Why does it always have to be so fucking difficult? The reason why I'm complaining, if you hadn't noticed, I busted my knuckles the other day baking some biscuits. Funny as it might seem. And I burnt the shit out of my hand on my oven. I was like, well, an interesting fucking day. Anyways, so I trim off that excess, and now I got a hole in that there ticking. That is a perfect round hole for the patch. Okay. Trim off any uneven little diblets. All right. Make sure that's good and seated. Ramrod. Okay. Good pack. You can see right there. That's how it looks when it's fully loaded. Okay. Now, rifle is loaded. I'm gonna go ahead and grab me out one of these blackjack homemade caps, because apparently still can't fucking get caps out here. I done give up. Started making my. I just set to myself to making my own, because yeah, dumb shit happens, right? Go out and try to buy fucking caps at the store you got to drive fucking 90 miles the fuck to get to, and then all of a sudden, like, they ain't got any caps. So but don't worry, you can drive 400 miles that way or 150 miles that way, and you can get caps there. It's like, well, fuck, I just drove 90 miles to whatever. Anyways, this is this particular shot, black spalded alder, okay, mountain carbine, 80 grains by volume, wet milled black spalded alder. All right, I'm gonna take a shot. Aiming for that wood pile out yonder, y'all can see. Yep. Normal for the first shot. It's alright, you know, but still, I personally think of it as weak tea, and you'll see what I mean when I get to that. But yeah, I think of it as weak tea. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear this nip out real quick. And we'll go on to the Osage Orange for one shot. Because all we're doing here is basically proofing that, one, it's good enough powder you can hunt with it. All right, that's what I come out here to figure out. Can I hunt with it? I'm not really giving a shit how fast the slug is going, because at the end of the day, you know, a fucking slingshot would do about the same bit of damage. Sorta, you know, not really, but you get my drift. You know, it's a situation of apples and apples, or apples to oranges, you know, but at the end of the day, it's all lead flying, you know, horizontally. So, in the grand scheme of shit, it's all pretty much fucking deadly. You know what? You find a buck that I shot, hanging up on my wall, and you ask him, tell me something. Do you think you'd be deader with a 45 caliber slug or a 50 caliber round ball? And do you think that it would have mattered much if it was traveling at 1100 FPS or at 1700 FPS? I don't fucking know. The whole point of the matter is, dead is dead. It don't give a flying rat's ass if it's dead from this gun or dead from that gun or dead from that bullet or dead from that bullet or dead from that powder or dead from that powder. It's all the fucking same. So the point of it is for efficiency's sake, why give a rat's ass about whether it's this particular, carbon source black powder or that particular carbon source black powder, when at the end of the day, it's all lead flying down the fuck range. It's all lead going down range. It don't matter. All right. If your accuracy is off by a hand's breadth on something that is the size, for shits and gigglies, something that's the size of that, okay? If you're off by a hand's breadth, you're still hitting lungs. So, does it really fucking matter? Question to the audience. Anyways. Make sure that's empty. I'll get on to loading with this. Y'all understand, I chunner a little bit, but, it's all part of the experience going on and shooting with me. I mean, if you ever do go and get a chance to shoot with me, I chunner a little bit at the range. I'm not like some of these other ditswads that go out there, they get drunk and they fucking blow up tannerite at 20 foot. Like, sort, I'm sorry for your loss, but you kind of knew what the fuck you was doing when you went into that with 50 pounds of tannerite and a washing machine not 5 foot from you and damn blew your leg off. What the fuck you expect? Any Hoosiers. Go ahead and make sure that yonder nipple is good and on there, because I did not bring my nipple wrench today. Well, can't find it. I'm not sure if I didn't bring it, but I can't find it. All right. Again, 80 grains. Funnel. Osage Orange. Single source black powder. Okay. Just like the other one was black spalted alder, single source black powder. Same here. Just Osage Orange. And yes, my powder's a little bit of a pain in the ass to pour, but that's just because I don't fucking put all that much time into glazing it. As glazing by hand is a pain in the ass. I don't know if y'all knew that, but it is. It is a royal fucking pain in the ass to glaze by hand. So I'll maybe do about an hour of it. Just because, like I says, I don't have a ball mill. And, to those of you who do, more power to you. I just realized I don't need all that, and by getting such, I'd be wasting my time and my money on things that could be better spent on, like perhaps, I don't know, $125 freaking mountain carbine from the Civil War. I just, it's one of those things. I only got so much money. I'm not like some folks who got, all the cars and all the clothes and all the fancy things and all the hoes, I don't got all that. What I do have is a very specific skill set. One that I think Liam Neeson would be proud of if he were in my shoes. That's a joke, by the way, if y'all didn't notice. sometimes this Osage Orange doesn't like to pour out all the way. Anyways, okay, so that is one full 80 grainer of Osage Orange, single source, 150 caliber lead ball. Take the tip off of that. Go ahead and take that t-shirt ticking, place it over the barrel, lead ball, place that in the middle, seat it. God. There's a reason I don't do a lot of shooting. I do shoot, I just don't do a lot, and I do even less in the cameras. Anyways, there we go. Make sure I trim off the pouch, or the patch here. As y'all don't understand, it does actually help your accuracy if you trim the little fingers off the pouch. Okay? I know it don't seem like much, but that little bit of trim on the outside closed my groups from being about the size of my hand outspread to about the size of my palm. Bench rested, mind you, but it did. Okay, and remember, this is a mountain carbine, had all most of the freaking rifling shot out of it, so and when I bought it, it was so fucking rusty, I couldn't get a slug or a ball down that far. That's how fucked up this gun was. Now it shoots. It shoots like a dream. Anyhow, that's loaded up. Another one of my blackjack homemade caps. Here I keep in this thing, you know, just little tiny homemade cap. Got just enough solution in it to set off something. All right, let's see how she do it. All right, same target, the old wood pile. Oh, stay your ass put. Same old target, ye old wood pile. Let's go. Huh. Yeah. Okay, that one went bad. I got a couple of caps that soured on me. Had one or two that didn't go off, and yeah, it happens, but you know, not normally with my caps. One or two that soured on me. Oh well. Back to it. Same target as before. Little bit of lag there. And you can kind of understand what I'm saying when I says, you know, mixed powder. Mixed powder. Yep, that one needs to be uncorked again. Cleared out. You'd be surprised at how often I got to do this same thing over and over again to clean it up and get it ready to fire again. So, as it worked, Let me blow this shit out. Works. Don't know if it'll focus on that instead of my face. Let's see here. Yeah, there. You can kind of see that. It's a bit grungy after I fire them suckers. Can I say though, you know, it's like this is all homemade shit. I can't exactly blame the manufacturer because I'm the manufacturer, but you know what I'm saying. It's like one of those yeah, I'm actually doing a damn good job with the equipment I've got for what you can buy in a damn retail store. I mean, dear Lord. Most of the stores don't even carry half the shit you need. You got to buy some of it online. You got to buy some of it in the freaking store. And then even then, you can't buy the other stuff that you need in a fucking store. And you go to the freaking store in the middle of damn Sheffield or whatever. Or Sherwood. My bad. Sheffield. Sherwood. And you go and you try to deal with the old big bad sheriff of Nottingham, you know. It's too much fun. All right, so again, let's make sure that's on the line. You can see 80 grains, okay, of mixed. Yes, sirree, Bob, I am using now my mixed powder. Now, just a tappy tap tap. Woo! Shit, almost too much. Almost too much. Let's go ahead and settle yonder into the measure. Come on, sucker. Settle into the measure. Excess into the bottle that it just came out of. I'm not really too worried about that shit. That's not enough there to really matter. Okay. So, powder. Really do kind of need to prime that thing. Even if you don't prime it from the whole... Oh, come on, man. This is what I was talking about by it. It does not like to shed it down the hole. And so I end up with this mess everywhere. As you can see, didn't fucking throw very much powder there. With that funnel over the top. So now I'm just going to have to old school it. So, relatively 80 grains. Relatively. Anyways. Try to knock some of that into there. Okay. 50 caliber ball. T-shirt ticking. T-shirt ticking over top. 50 caliber ball on top. Seat it. And trim. And I'm just using, you know, a pair of little surgical scissors for, you know, ease of operation. You could use any kind of scissors you want. You could use a freaking pocket knife. It wouldn't matter much. I've done this with a pocket knife. Matter of fact, when I tested this theory, I did it with a pocket knife. Pretty sure I filmed it. Not, well, I might have filmed it. I might not have. But even then, I put a lot of emphasis on trimming the fingerlings off of the top of your patch. All right, so now that's there. All right. Make sure that's good and solid on the bottom. It's not like it's gonna be a freaking, what do they call it in the freaking, whatchamacallits, the range FUDs, they call it a pipe bomb. Yeah, fucking right. Sorry, but I've shot this gun too many times to sit there and says, oh, well, if I don't pack it down all the way, it's gonna turn into a pipe bomb. All right. This should be last of the most squeakings here. Come on. Fucking do this shit to me. Cantankerous fuck. Of course it does. In the midst of filming here, it does the cantankerous horseshit. Well, hopefully I'm gonna get this one off before the video ends. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do an addendum show. Down. All right. Much faster on the skibbity. You dig? Much faster on the pickup and get along. The whole idea behind this is, I've done this test several times. I realized it, exactly what the progression was going to be. Weak ass, got something behind it, but still got some lag. Thunder dumper right now. And that's the progression there. And I want to show you this. Again, here's your progression. Black Alder. Then I shot Osage Orange. And then, after that, I shot this, which is a mixture of all of them. And you see the difference here. These are all just, all of them are the same grain size, 3F and down. So you got 2F and down. 2F, 3F, and 4F all in the same. It's all in there. Okay. That's all of these. All of these are the same. Yet I have difference in performance that far off of the line. It makes enough of a difference to me to be able to say, all right, this has some merit. Especially in wet milling. And when folks says wet milling, and they hear, wet milling, they think, a soup. And I'm like, you guys are a bunch of dumbasses. You ever made sandcastles before in your life? That's the consistency your powder should be when you're done milling. Wet mill. Okay? All right. So just for shits and gigglies, I'm going to send y'all off with a shoot off with the old 44. All right. And here I have Josephine loaded up with 454 round ball. 55 grains of homemade powder. And ye old special Crisco. Because who needs fucking extra special fucking super expensive lubricants when you can just basically go to the damn grocery store and buy you some Crisco. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the Osage balsa mix. Well, as you can see, had one failure to fire. Ain't the cap's fault. Well, might be the cap's fault. Ain't the gun's fault. That's more my fault. More the cap's fault. But I thought, as per usual, going right back to my roots and how I used to shoot for y'all, and thought, hell yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a shoot off right quick. Burn off a cylinder and because I needed to anyways. Give y'all a good old-fashioned close-up look at Josephine. Last shot. And I guess that will conclude the old shooting with the old Guardsmanom, but you get what I'm saying there. That right there is 100% the balsa Osage mix. Again, the mixture just does it. I don't know what to tell y'all. All these other types, and then there's, of course, my Osage Orange balsa mixture has a little tiny bit of sugar in there as a binder, whereas the rest of them don't, but it's very minute in the amount versus with the rest of them where the powder itself is just standard mixture. I believe it was 75 75 17 8. It's my mix, and I do it with the wet milling design that I showed y'all in another video. Same old shit that I showed you in them videos. All right, it's just put it all together in a bowl, mix it up, put the water in, get wet sand consistency, put the alcohol in, bring it back to a dry dust, and then pack it down so that it has a chance to conglomerate and homogenize. And then you can stick it in your freezer and make pucks at your leisure because the chemical process is complete. That's the whole idea behind all of that. Is it's chemically done. It's not milled. So the recombination is just as much so as if you was milling it. The difference is that You're not breaking down the carbon, you're just using it as a sponge to sop up the juices. And this is the important part here. Chemistry is your friend. Most people who make black powder are sitting there beating chemistry with the fucking textbook saying, no, it can't be done this way. And chemistry is saying, motherfucker, pay attention to physics, damn it. Water. Water is attracted to potassium nitrate. Potassium nitrate solubilizes into water. That water then carries that potassium nitrate into the carbon under pressure. Okay? Also while it's mixing, but under pressure it does more. The alcohol carries the sulfur into the mixture, as well as desiccating the water. So do you see how the chemistry works now? Because it certainly does work. There's no bullets in there no more, and y'all saw me shoot them. And this isn't some fancy camera work or any of that shit. Like I says, you can see using the powder I made at home. So at the end of the day, you know, you be the judge. You go out and do the experiments yourself. If you're that hard up, if you're going to do these experiments yourself, then I hope to God you're an adult and at least have some rocket sense about you. And if you're not an adult, please do so with adult supervision, because it ain't exactly nice. Also, why the hell are you watching my videos if you ain't an adult? Just a rare question. So anyways, as it were, that's it for today. And I hope you guys had a good old fun time and got to see the old black powder hoochie goochie in action. And got to see me in action, because the reality is that last shot was 2 hands. And I put that bullet right where I wanted to. I don't normally show off my formal weaver stance, but, you know, is what it is at this point. Y'all seen it? Whatever. Anyways, I hope that this was educational. If it was educational, go ahead and drop down, give me a like, and says hi down in the comments. If it was not educational and you have a bone to pick with me, why don't you tell us all about everything that we don't need to hear about and are going to forget just as quickly down in the comment section. And, well, if you found it as an interesting subject that you'd like to share to your buddies, go ahead and get that share button a good old slapping in the old jaw piece. Anyways, this has been another rendition of Ye Old Guardsmanom Shoots. Y'all motherfuckers have a good day. I'm out.